Fair warning. Next lot. $5. $15. $25. $35. $45. $55. $65. $75. $85. $95.
A little bit close. A little bit close. A little bit zoomed in. A bit close there. A little bit close. Somewhere there. Somewhere there. Somewhere. Somewhere in there. That'll work. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Oh, did I even do the Instagram? I was going to do the Instagram post. My God. I wasn't supposed to be late. I wasn't supposed to be late today, I'll tell you that. Wasn't supposed to be like this.
Fair warning.
But for some reason, for the past 30 minutes here, I haven't been able to do anything on my computer.
$10. $15. $25. $35.
Steady, steady, steady. Steady, Freddy. Oh my God. What a mission. What a mission. Yeah, I'm all up in your personal space, Joe. That's that. That's good. That's there. This is here. I think we're good. I think we're good. My God, that's close. I'm going to adjust camera. 1 second. Oh, that camera feels like you guys are looking right into my nose pores there. And 8K Greg face. Let me just back up a bit here. Jesus.
$80, $90, $100.
There we go. There we go. That's better. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Skull! 25 months, my guy.
Here's some dollar. Go buy a Star War.
Next lot.
25 freaking months, Skull. That's insane. Welcome, you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah. It's, oh, my gosh. It wasn't supposed to be late today. Look, I'll admit to you guys when I'm late, right? I have no issue saying that. There are days when I fuck it. Today was not one of those days.
Fair warning.
But for whatever reason, I couldn't do anything. I've been restarting my computer, like trying to open Photoshop took 10 minutes. Just I could not do anything. So, I mean, we're here. We're here. We're live. It's alive. We take what we get, right? We take what we get. Another wonderful Tuesday is upon us. Welcome in, everybody. Joe Kane, 01W, Hamster Replay Retro. Elijah Lewis, hope you guys are all doing well. Fletch, Steve, Craig, Retro Games. Misanthropic Deuce. Doing good now that we're live, man. Doing good now that we're live. A Mac. I will never touch an Apple product, Joe. That's one thing I can say confidently. You know, some people draw the line with like, oh, I'll never use Wata Games. I'll never use Amazon. You're a bad... Like, I will never use Apple products. That is a hard line that I have. I will never purchase one. Absolute disgrace what they do to their customers. The least anti-consumerism is Apple. Anti-consumer. I don't support it. I don't support that. The group, a lot of the 2 adult games there. 8.0 on Bachelor Party and Mystique. Swedish, beat 'em and eat 'em. Jeez, I keep saying every word except for the title. 8.0 and 7.5 respectively, $375 for the pair. In the Atari games here, there's not much. These gray box Atari games, they look really cool. I'm pretty sure these are super late releases, right? The gray box? I'm pretty positive these gray boxes are like really late reprints, I think. Where's Matt when you need him? Where's the Atari guy? Matt Rose, where are you when I need you? You were an Apple fanboy until they jerked you out of $2,500 for Apple 2GS, then dropped support for it within a year. Yeah, it's... I owned Apple, right? I had iPhones, I had all that stuff, but the way they lock you into their ecosystem, and the way they had, like, proprietary charging system, everything's Apple, everything, like, it's just... It's absolutely draining. Absolutely draining. I've never been more like just a feeling of being locked into a product ecosystem where they like are actively trying to like make things worse for everyone else so that you're just locked. So, yeah. What's the max bench? Getting pretty thick. I think I could probably hit 300 right now, O1W, I think. I think I could bench 300 right now, but I haven't tried. I haven't tried a tall bench for a long time, or a big bench, you know what I mean? Generally speaking, if I can't rep it like 4, 5, 6 times, I'm not gonna try. So, generally speaking, I do like 275. And I'll do that, 4 reps, 5 reps, but your buddy tore his pec, 420 pounds. Yeah, that, like, that's what I'm saying, right? The last thing I want is some kind of injury, a tear, trying to do like powerlifting. I'm not a power lifter, right?
Fair warning.
I'm not so interested in just pushing the number as high as it can go. I'm much more interested in the aesthetics and development of the body. So, the last couple weeklies have been pretty underwhelming. Wonder if they're trying to save anything good for the signatures and showcases. It's it's tough. It's tough. I do wonder, as we keep advancing with this hobby blue smoke, if, well, I guess there's a couple things. If the hobby doesn't grow and expand, I do think most things will become locked into showcase and weeklies.
Fair warning.
I think if you look at other auction houses,
Next lot.
Certified Link only offers video games, every 3 or 4 months? Golden Auctions, I think, only has video games in their Elites one now. Does Golden Auctions do low-grade or low-value video games at all anymore? PWCC has some, like, this ecosystem has to kind of, like, this is the stuff that you are going to see in weekly auctions, though. Like, this lower-grade, underwhelming, whatever kind of stuff you want to call it, is, like, the lifeblood of keeping stuff churning, keeping stuff going. You know what I mean? We could get to a world where everything's locked into week or showcase and signature auctions, but it wouldn't be a good place to be. This is your entry level stuff. This is what expands the hobby, so to speak. This is the, this is what gets you in. How close am I to the Mario? Skull, further away every single day, my guy. On eBay, speaking of Mission Mario, on eBay, Bigfoot. This is a childhood nostalgia game here. This is coming from the Carolina collection. Oh my god. That's going all the way back. Isn't that like one of the original pedigrees? Bigfoot's a huge nostalgia game for me. Played it with my brother growing up. It's super fun to play 2-player, but I don't think it's super fun 1-player. And I don't think it's like a super highly rated NES game overall, but it's one that I frickin' love. In the meantime, everyone in Japan and everyone that makes the games you love use Apple. Nice stance. See, it doesn't matter what you do or don't like, right? It doesn't matter what you do or don't like in life if you have strong stances against Nestle, Amazon, Wata Games, Apple products. Other people are going to say you're a fucking idiot. It doesn't matter. Everyone just draws their lines or has their things they care about, and that's completely fine. Right? That's completely fine. When someone says, like, my hardline stance is Wata Games, that's fine. Easy enough to ignore them, easy enough to not use them, right?
$300.
Me not using Apple products doesn't matter. It has no bearing on my life. It's very easy to avoid them. So, doesn't matter to me. People are using Apple products, making games. Apple makes good product. People love it. That's completely fine. Other people are going to buy it. Hey, don't matter to me. Not going to find me with one.
Fair warning.
Bigfoot selling for $500 is actually that's solid, man. That's more than I expect this game to ever sell for. Because like I said, it's just not. It's just not. Sorry, Mission Mario. What I was saying, Skull. It feels like I'm getting further away from frickin' the Mario every day. On eBay, if this is real, on May 12th, which is freaking yesterday, a 9.2A plus apparently sold for $19,000.
Fair warning.
Now, it's not on TerraPeak yet, so I don't know if it's actually paid, but it did show up on 130 Point, which shows you the actual sold price. So the actual sold price, it was up on eBay for like $24,000, $23,000. Apparently, an offer of $19,000. 9.2A plus oval. If that is real,
Fair warning.
if that's real, like
Next lot. $100.
I don't know what's going on.
$70.
I don't know what's going on if that's real.
$220. $240.
So I'm tentatively worried, Skull. I'm tentatively worried. You know, all things perfect right now, I'm up to like 4,000, 5,000 on my budget, which is getting pretty good, right? The Phoenix resale thing is finalized. I'm going to have a video up soon talking about everything that's sold lately and what we're doing, but like, oh my God, man.
$60.
What's the lowest grade I'd take? 9.0A plus. I mean, I really don't want to have to go below 9.0A plus. I really don't want to have to. 6.0 B plus on Dracula's Curse. Speaking of lower grades, and what are you willing to expect? 425 for the Drax Curse, Castellian 145, 8.5A, Boulder Dash 9.4A for $200. I don't think we see Boulder Dash all that much actually. Bionic Commando was an early print, 8.5A for $387.50. Into Codename Viper 9.4A Hawaii Collection. Just take out a loan and pay it back via Mission Mario. I mean, maybe that's the play, right? Maybe I should just purchase it right now on credit and like pay it off in the meantime. It just feels insane. Yeah, 20 bands is wild, dude. If the market moves that much, like obviously it's a one-off sale, that is insane. I think that's the highest price that will ever have been paid for like a 9.2A plus in the past 2 years, right? I'm really hoping it's nothing. I'm hoping it's noise. But if that is real, if the price is moving that far, I don't know, man. We have to reassess. Jeff Mack, speaking of, on Golden Auctions, another Mario sitting at 20K. Someone asked me in the YouTube chat, maybe it was you, Jeff Mack. You asked me, what are my thoughts on the 9.2 Mario that's coming up at Golden Auctions? I'm sure some of you guys saw it. 9.2A plus hang tab copy. CGC 9.2A plus hang tab Super Mario Bros.
Fair warning.
Yeah, starting bid is $20,000. Little Mermaid here, 9.4A plus. Really nice copy. $812. Just let me check comps here quick before I talk about the Mario. 9.4A plus for sub 1,000. The last 9.6A plus was double that, but that's going back to August 2024. It just doesn't feel that bad. Like that's a nice copy. The Little Mermaid, I mean, solid NES title. I'd probably take the 9.4B plus, actually, Fletch. For an NES game, especially like Mario or something, I would take the 9.4B plus. I think the actual like eye appeal and stuff would be better. I think.
Next lot.
Yes, it's Mold. Can I bring that up quick? Can we get the Golden Auctions one? Of course, tonight's auction is sponsored by Heritage Auction, so a huge thanks to you guys being here tonight, and a huge thanks to Heritage sponsoring as I'm bringing up the number one competitor here. This probably won't be the listing I even want. Yeah, no, fucking $235,000. Oh my God, November 2023. That is not what I'm looking for. Man, that's not even that long ago, hey? 9.4A hang tab copy of Mario, $235,000. So this 9.2A plus coming up. Guess there's a long way to go. But the thing with the 9.2A plus, right? It is a mold on box. There it is. You can see the super small text there. Mold on box. I haven't even looked at this closely. I don't know where the mold even is. But the thing is, right? Someone asked my opinion on the being a 9.2A plus. What do you think about that? The thing you have to assume with this, right, is that if it wasn't mold, we have to assume that it would be otherwise like a 9.4, a 9.6, maybe even a 9.8, right? Maybe it would even be a 9.8 if it wasn't moldy. At minimum, it would have to be a 9.2 or a 9.6. Or a 9.4, 9.6, I mean. But even so, like, mold is such a strong one for me that I kind of hate that it gets the universal blue label. I really hate how small it is on the back of the box. I don't like the way CGC handles it overall. I don't know if it should be a grade maximum of 9.0. I don't know if they should use a purple label or a green label to show that it has some kind of serious damage associated with it. Mold shouldn't be allowed to be sold. Yeah, that's what I mean, DJ. I don't know what the optimal solution is, but I don't like the way that it's not Golden's fault. I don't like the way CGC currently handles mold. I'm pretty sure Wada Games now gives you the red holograph, right? For water damage, mold, anything like that. Which maybe that's too extreme, because if you start using a red label or something, you kill all value, right? I understand that it's still a 9.2A plus Mario. It's still incredible. I understand. Yeah, it's old and cold and so very full of mold. I understand it's still incredible. I just don't know where or what the optimal solution is. But I don't like the way it's currently handled. You have a game with water damage that has a normal WADA label, fairly recent? Interesting. Interesting. No mold on it, water damage? Yeah, I thought water damage gets a red holograph on it, like the 9.6 there on, or the 9.4 on this would be red color. I thought they were doing that with water damage, mold, altering, all that stuff. It's absolutely not extreme. They should use a red label or something that immediately stands out and flags the buyer. CGC uses different label colors in their comics for if they've been retouched or fixed up. It does affect value, but they're still worth grading and preserving. Yeah, see, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm got to change accounts here. 1 second. We're back. We are back. We are back. How can I get back in here? Let me into this auction.
$200.
Yeah, I don't... Like, a different color label probably would be the optimal solution. I get it. It's mold. It's what? As far as cardboard collecting goes, mold is the #1 issue, right?
$360.
Like, what else is an issue other than mold? Water damage, mold. Those have to be the two worst things that can possibly be on a game. So if you did use a light green label or something, yeah, I would get it. That's kind of what I think, a light green label. The blue is normal, give it a light green. It means there's something wrong with it. A qualified grade, a qualifier on the grade. Isn't that what CGC cards do? Don't CGC cards get like a green label or something? I don't know. It's still going to sell for an ultra amount of money, and it should sell for an insane amount of money. Like I said, it still is a 9.2A+. So if it didn't have the mold, it would be, that would be a 9.4, a 9.6. It would be one of the nicest Marios that exists. So it'll sell for a fuck ton of money. It's tough situation. I don't love the way CGC does it. Snake's Revenge, $475 on the 9.2A+ is a very cool game. Life Force was an 8.5B for $400. The Karate Champ is an NS, 8.5 for $375. And Elway's Football, quarterback Elway, 9.6A for $212. Into Star Soldier, 9.6A+. That was a long spiel there about the really cards and cardboard. You would prefer an 8.0A without mold. 9.2A+, mold on box, 8.0A with no mold. Oh my gosh. I think that change is too drastic for me. I think I'd still have to take the 9.2A+, but I get it.
$200.
You feel like mold should be a 9.0 at best? Yeah, it's... Speaking of mold, the reason I was going to have this conversation when the Zelda came up here, this Zelda is a 7.5A, and it has, because it's so small and it's not pointed out, I want to point this out for you guys before you bid on it, mold on box, right? In the size 2 font here on the back, like if I zoom out, like is it on there? Like I don't know, man. I don't know. Is there something wrong with it? Like oh no, get it off my eyes. So just so you are aware, the Zelda tonight also has the moniker of mold. I don't know where it is. I don't know. That's also what terrifies me, especially on a lower grade copy. Like, I'm way more afraid of this on a lower grade because
Fair warning.
I don't know how much the mold is affecting the
lot.
grade. On the 9.2 Mario, we can all assume the mold is super small. On a 7.5 Zelda, that could be a mold monster, man.
30, 45,
I don't know what's on there.
65,
Yeah, mold on my eyes. Get it out of there.
$80.
But yes, interesting. Interesting. I don't think I would ever personally bid on something with mold. It's
Fair
too
warning.
scary to me, but
80.
it sucks because the box is basically perfect without the mold. Yeah, it is hamster. Like, that Mario is beautiful, dude. That Mario is beautiful.
Fair warning.
The fact that it has mold and still has a 9.2 is a testament to how nice that Mario is.
$220.
But that little note about mold is just, it's a kick in the nuts, man.
200, 300.
You're bidding on the Untouchables. You collect movie titles and play them all. Yeah, Joseph, what'd you win? You got the Karate Champ with the black and white manual and Barker Bills with the light gun sticker. Karate Champ with the black and white manual. Is that this one right here?
$550.
And you got Barker Bills with the sticker. Is this a little variant?
Fair warning.
Oh, light gun game in the bottom right hand or the bottom left hand corner, that little sticker there?
Fair warning.
Ultimate Stuntman, $100. Target Renegade, 74.
Next lot.
Another group lot of 5 Mega Man 10s. Didn't these sell for a lot less last week? Didn't we have a lot of these sell for nothing like a week ago? Am I crazy?
$90.
Coming up at the signature, sorry. Like, this is a total pivot. They're just going to show me it here. This is a Space World 2000 prototype GameCube.
Fair warning.
Like, this is one of the freaking GameCubes that was shown off at Space World 2000. That is insane. It has wear, it has tear, all that stuff, but like,
Fair
this
warning.
was there, man. This was there at the unveiling of the GameCube. It's sitting at $875 right now. That's why the thing for the stream today, where am I, is, you know, what are you most excited for about the auction? Because the signature has like 400 games coming up. Where the fuck is the auction? How did I lose it?
1,000.
Sorry, the signature has like 400 games coming up, 400 lots coming up, and there's so much more than just video games every time the signature comes around, so.
$1,700.
Super Nintendo starts now with the Zelda. I think there was actually... Yeah, there was a couple.
Fair
F-Zero there, 9.8 A++ player's choice. $134. Wow. F-Zero is basically as expensive it was in what, like 2015? $134. I feel like the price on this hasn't moved in 10 years.
Fair
Legend of
warning.
Zelda 7.5A. Still pushing its way to $2,000.
$1,800.
Still pushing its way to $2,200. You won one of those
Fair
lots for
warning.
200 and one more for 400? What, you won
Next
5 of
lot.
those Mega Man 10s for $200, right, Trevor? Like, I'm not crazy? You'd feel so uncomfortable having a moldy game sat in your collection in case it spreads somehow? I agree. I don't know enough about mold myself, Simon. I don't know enough about mold myself to
Fair warning.
talk about it. If anyone hasn't seen it, you should watch Josh and Matt's video, opening sealed
Next
games
lot.
with mold. What happens with it?
$5.
Someone offers me a 9.2 A+ Mario for only $8,000, but it has mold? No,
Fair warning.
I couldn't. That price is still too high, Skull. Still too
Next
high of a
lot.
price. If someone was going to give me a 9.2 A+ with mold for like $5,000, I think I could do it. Remember that moldy Wata 8.5 or 4.5
warning.
Scoon from Metropolis? Do you know who bought it, Fletch?
Next
Coming
lot.
up at the signature again, speaking about
$30.
amazing games and shit.
$45.
The Scoon is coming up at the signature auction. It's like a 9.6 A+, dude.
$55.
I think Scoon was already sitting at like 16, 12,000 maybe. 11,000, 12,000? Mold can only get worse, not better. Not something like sticker residue that can be removed or repaired. Can't you kill it though, Mike? Can't you like throw mold in a freezer or do some kind of mold removal process?
Fair
Or
warning.
like aren't there people who do book restoration or
Next
paper
lot.
restoration where you can do some
160,
kind of
$240.
aeration process or
$260.
what's the word I'm looking for? You can like put it in a certain environment where you like kill the mold spores.
Fair warning.
Now I'm not a scientist, right? I'm not a botanist, but can't you do something like that with mold?
$300.
Can't you expose it to certain elements where you like kill what the mold is, you know? We kill it from the inside.
Fair warning.
The Legend of Zelda ends at 2,100. KSI, you bought the Zelda. There we go. 2,125, dude. I mean, it's Link to the Past. I think you're fine no matter what.
Fair warning.
But it is interesting that it still pushes 2,000. So that's why, you know, I bought that Super Mario World for 2,000 or whatever. Some of these grails in low grades still just keep pushing. It just doesn't really matter. Getting a copy on certain games is just more important than anything else. You know what I mean? That's cool you picked it up. I'm jealous. I want a Zelda. I just don't think I can get around the mold thing. Star Trek, $150. Super Bases Loaded, VGA 80 for 99. Super R-Type, 9.2A plus, $387.50. Sealed?
Next lot.
Tetris 2, made in Japan.
$70.
Is this what, a later production copy here? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a freaking... This is a second print, third print. $84 on Tetris 2. The Untouchables, 9.9A plus plus for $375. My God, how am I... People need to bid more. Aiden Chronicles, The First Mage, 9.2A, $375. Battle Tanks, $262. Chopper Attack, $139. FIFA 99, $139. I'm falling behind fast here. Mario Tennis, 6.5A. Jesus, we're caught up here. Pushing its way to almost $200. Pushing its way to almost $200.
Next lot.
Not quite.
$130.
$193. I did see a quick comp there back in 2023. A 6.0 Mario Tennis was like $500, it said. So low grade Mario Tennis, not nearly as desirable, right? You got to pick and choose where you're going to strike super low grade. NFL Blitz 2000, 6.5A, 156. Quarterback Club 99, 9.8A plus plus. Super nostalgic game for me too right here. I played a ton of Quarterback Club 99 growing up.
$180.
I'm pretty sure this game right here is what developed my brother's love for the Green Bay Packers and Brett Favre.
Fair warning. $200.
Josh Hamblin has a graded moldy R-Type, Wada 0.5C. After a year, it was basically a snow globe. Are you saying that the mold and stuff kept getting worse, Fletch? You think Wada and CGC are better to protect against mold because of the O-ring seal? VGA doesn't have any sealing O-ring from what you're aware of and might have exposure to ambient air. Well, VGA does have exposure to air on purpose. Like, their case is not... What's the word? Man, Quarterback Club's getting some love here. 9.8A plus plus. Highest graded copy ever offered, up to almost 400. That's not bad for like kind of a shitty acclaimed sports title. Like that's a little bit of love. 375 for some Brett Favre. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Perfect Dark, VGA 95, pushing up to almost $1,000. Isn't that where they all are? The last 95, 9.6A plus plus was 350. VGA 95 plus, November 2023 was 750. We haven't seen Perfect Dark in a little bit. Pushed its way to what, 850 here? 843.75, the VGA 95 mint uncirculated. Toss it over to Wada Games. Maybe you can get yourself a 10.0 on it. Rayman 2, The Great Escape.
$340.
This is the first print embossed foil cover with the EGM sticker. You want all of this stuff on there. I'm pretty positive you want that sticker, so 9.4A plus on Rayman 2 here.
Next lot.
$400? Yeah, $400 on the nose. Cool game. Cool game. Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2, 85 plus.
$200.
You can kill it, but it requires dehydrating it, which can be damaging for the game.
Fair warning.
Most direct way is spraying certain chemicals, which obviously is a no-go.
$240.
Doesn't mold speed up the decay process? Yeah, remediation. That's what I was looking for. Whoever said that, yes. Remediation. Oh, I saw it. Now I can't see it again. Yeah, carts and cardboard. Remediation is the word I was looking for. No way I was going to come up with that, but that's what I was thinking about.
$150.
Remediation to kill some mold. Because I think you can do that to destroy spores
$190.
on paper, probably cardboard as well, right? But
$220.
the name of the video is We Open Moldy Sealed NES Games. What's inside? Is it insane, carts and cardboard? Like, are the moldy games actually all destroyed inside?
$300. $320. $340.
What is
Fair
Scoon?
warning.
Yeah, everyone's gooning for Scoonin'. What do you mean, Trevor? What is Scoon?
Next
Scoon
up,
is the rarest NES game that no one fucking talks
$130.
about. That's what Scoon is. Like, genuinely, it has to be like a top 10 CIB, and it has to be a top 5, top
Fair
10
warning.
sealed. Currently sitting at $12,500 with BP. One of the rarest games nobody talks about. It only had one print. It's a hang tab
Fair
print.
warning.
It's early NES, 1987. The
Next
cartridge
lot,
itself is up to $100 now.
$35.
I think CIBs float around 1,000. No one talks about Scoon.
$85.
You have to be deep NES collecting. But if you are aware of just how difficult Scoon is. And that's why we're seeing this already pumped up to 12,500. Like, I don't know
Fair
where
warning.
Scoon goes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many people are looking for it.
$5.
Joseph Leo, how high is that Scoon gonna go? You should know. What's the story behind the
Fair
pedigree
warning.
collection? Which one, Waterford?
$100.
Or which pedigree collection, Mike? If it's Waterford with the Scoon, I have no idea. That could prevent it from possibly spreading, but I don't
Fair
think you can
warning.
actually undo whatever damage is done. I don't think you can undo the damage either, Mike. I don't think you can. I don't know anything about the Waterford collection or Waterford pedigree. Some of these games
warning.
also here on Heritage are saying the Joiner collection. I've seen this lately.
Next lot.
I don't know about these smaller collections or...
$120.
Does CGC have a place where they tell you about all the pedigrees? I don't even know, actually.
Fair warning.
You're feeling 30,000 for Scoon.
$130.
Woo! I have a video coming up with me and Henry are gonna do some for the cheat code. We're gonna talk about the
Fair
signature
warning.
coming up, and we're gonna have some
$140.
guesses about prices and stuff. I think my guess on Scoon that I wrote down is, oh man, I think I said 16,000,
Fair
16
warning.
or 17. 30,000 would be nutty, dude.
Next
Whew,
lot.
that'd be big.
$60. $130.
Donkey Kong Classic Series 9.48 plus 139. This is crazy, man. The Castlevania
warning.
double pack 9.48 plus plus.
$140.
This used to be one of the most expensive Game Boy Advance games. Even as a cartridge, this thing was
Fair warning.
expensive. Seeing the factory sealed copy
$160.
9.48 plus plus 162 is crazy. I think I spent more on a sealed copy of this like
Fair
10
warning.
years ago. Ay, Castlevania double pack. 162.50, hey? Final Fantasy V also 162.50. Yes, I mean
warning.
16 to 17K for Scoon all in. That's
Next
my
lot.
was my guess, is my guess.
$170.
Fire Emblem CGC 7.5A plus. The first Fire Emblem
Fair
game
warning.
to be in North America.
$180.
The first Fire Emblem. What do I predict the Zelda will go for? I haven't wrote down my number yet, Mike. I haven't
Fair
wrote down
warning.
my number yet, I don't think, but
$200.
in my head, I'm personally thinking this is a 9.4 A plus TM first print Zelda
warning.
coming up at the signature. This will be the nicest
$240.
Zelda ever sold at open auction. The nicest first print Zelda ever sold, right? This is by all, like, this
Fair
is
warning.
fucking, you know what I mean?
$260.
I can't overstate how crazy this is. My own guess is about $415,000, which actually
lot.
isn't much higher than the
$30.
9.28 plus. I think it sold for
$120.
$375,000, which in a perfect, efficient world, the 9.4
warning.
would sell for,
$130.
let's say, $375,000 for the 9.2. You might think the 9.4, the highest graded one, would be 5.6, maybe even 700,000.
$170.
But I think we've seen too many TM Zeldas lately. I think there's been
$190.
too many that have come out. Remember like a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, like TM Zelda was a unicorn, man. First print Zelda factory sealed. Collectors were saying, oh, there's like 2 of
Fair
them known
warning.
to exist, maybe 3 of them in private collections. That's the rarest thing ever. Now in the past year and a half, I think we've had 3 or 4 of them sell at auction. Because we had that
Fair
kid
warning.
that found one and sent it to CGC. Then we had the DFW
lot.
collection copy. Now we have this copy.
$220.
I'm pretty positive there was one more
$280.
before that. Yeah, there was the Goodwill copy. So
$320.
My own guess for the Zelda is about $400,000. I would love to see it explode to $500,000-$600,000, but
Fair warning.
Nerdy Girl had the only TM Zelda you knew about at the time. I mean, it's genuinely, Joseph, like TM Zelda was the thing, man.
$380.
It was just overhyped. Like, there's a difference. Like, Tomb Raider was
Fair
dumb,
warning.
right? I think we can all agree Tomb Raider was dumb. On PS1 selling for like
Next
100,000. TM Zelda, First Print Legend of Zelda, at least there's a good narrative there, right? The earliest production, one of the most iconic games ever. Of course, it's impossible to
Fair
find
warning.
factory sealed. It sold out on launch. Everyone
$110.
opened them. Like, there's a lot of good. And it's like, what, 20 years older than Tomb Raider is.
$120.
And it's funny, though, because I'm also saying, like, oh, TM Zelda's gotten too common now. First print Zeldas are too
$140.
common. It's a perceptual change. That's the difference. It's a perceptual thing right now. Because we've
Fair
seen,
warning.
call it 4 copies in 2 years.
$160.
We're talking about maybe pop. TM Zelda might be pop 10 overall, right? Pop 10 maybe. 10 known
Fair
copies
warning.
that exist. And I'm sitting here telling you how common it is now, right? Like, you have to understand that it's more so just recency market fatigue that's going to hit the Zelda, or at least that's my thought. It's
Fair
just
warning.
market fatigue.
$220.
So, yeah, Zelda is the number 2 after Mario Hang Tab. I agree. So it's not that it's common or there are too many of
Fair
them or
warning.
anything. It's too many in a very short window.
$240.
It's the same thing that was happening to NWC Gray. Do you guys remember a year or two ago we had like 5 copies of NWC Gray sell?
warning.
Like that shouldn't happen, right?
$260.
This market, this space, I mean, in any hobby, you shouldn't have absolute grail level stuff churning
warning.
that often. So, like Joseph just said
Next
there, yes,
lot.
once the TM Zeldas are gone, they are literally
$750.
gone. They are gone, period. So, we have another copy coming up right here, this 9.4A Plus. It could be
$800.
right? It could be 2 months until we see another one. It could be 2 years. That's the thing that about these TM Zeldas. We're just in a super
warning.
weird place right now where the market has had
Next
a
lot.
lot of them come up in a very short period of time,
$220.
relatively speaking to how many actually exist. So that's why instead of like 5, 6, 700,000, my own personal prediction is slightly higher than the 9.2, but not as high as it otherwise would be if, say, the 9.2 sold all the way back in 2022, and now we're seeing this 9.4 2-3 years later.
$260.
That's what I'm saying here with the TM Zelda. You would consider the Ninja Gaiden Sigma if it wasn't the lowest graded copy of the game by
warning.
VGA. I was looking at it actually too, Matt. That Ninja Gaiden Sigma coming up, the collector's edition at the end of the auction, it's cool. It's a cool collector's edition, man. And if you can get it cheap, hey, that's awesome.
Fair warning.
Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance number 2,
$280.
9.4A+. This one has always carried the premium. It's always been like the most expensive out of the Super Mario Advance games.
Fair warning.
9.4A+, pushing its way at almost $350 right here. The last 9.4A+ sold for $425. That was back in September, so kind of pacing it. One more bid and it's basically the same price. 2 more bids.
Fair warning.
You think it will actually sell for less than the 9.2? Whew.
$320.
I don't think you can. I don't think it can sell for less, Trevor. Like, it is the highest graded copy, right? Like,
Fair warning.
I mean, surely whoever bought the 9.2, I mean, maybe
$340.
not. It's a lot of money. I was going to say, whoever bought the 9.2 might just set a floor on the 9.4. Like, if
Fair
you
warning.
just spent $300,000 on Zelda, the 9.2,
Next lot.
you have to bid $300,000 on the 9.4, right? You have to. But it's a lot of money. They literally might not be able to. Just depends. I don't know who won the 9.2 for what it's worth. I don't know who won the 9.2 copy that sold.
$180. $200.
You luck into the TM Zelda, your wife childhood copy that you got at a local rental store? Wow.
$220.
I'm assuming you have a complete copy, David? Like, I'm assuming you don't have a factory sealed copy, or you shouldn't be talking to me. You
Fair
should be
warning.
talking to the auction house, you know?
$240.
It feels like the only one that is yet to come out is Sticker Mario. Almost everything else thought to be rare has popped up. Yes. Well, speaking of the rare stuff,
warning.
right? That Scoon that I was talking about, This is also the first time ever being sold on Heritage Auctions. There's a matte sticker, Clue Land coming up. Scoon is the first time. 9.8 A++ red text, Pokemon Blue. Super Mario World 9.4A. The highest graded copy Left Bros to ever hit open auction. 9.6 A+. So remember we talked about that recency thing with TM, right? When, like, have we seen the 9.4 A+? Have we seen the 9.4 A+ Left Bros since it originally sold in, like, 2019? That's the kind of spacing we need. You know what I mean? Pokemon Red, 9.9 A++ first print. Chrono Trigger, 9.8 A++. First time Chrono Trigger's ever been a 9.8 A++, right? Like, this signature coming up, and like I said, I'm going to have a full video next Monday just going over some of this stuff, but the signature coming up is genuinely going to be as big as... It's going to be as big as the Dallas-Fort Worth one. This is going to be one of the biggest signatures we've had in a while because the lineup of games, especially the top high-end heavy stuff, is just crazy, man.
Fair warning.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. So... It's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be an exciting one. Are those Donkey Kong sticker seals going to be... Yeah, right. I'm sure you guys all saw that too, right? Someone found a frickin' Donkey Kong gloss sticker factory sealed in what, 9.6? And Donkey Kong Jr. gloss sticker first production also 9294. Like just beautiful mint black box gloss sticker first prints. Neither has been ever sold at open auction before as far as I know. Those are probably coming to Heritage in August. 35. Or at least, I don't know if they're going to go to Heritage. I know that the guy is in talks with auction houses, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, the DK and DK Jr. are a miracle. It's insanity.
Fair warning.
The Super Mario World, by the way, did push its way to $400, so it's holding steady, right? The last one was $425, I think I said, back in September. Super Mario World, Mario Advance 2, always been sought after on GBA. Of course, right? It's Super Mario World. Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, 9.4 A++ Classic, $275. Alien Hominid, 9.0 A for $114. Darkened Sky, $64. Evolution Worlds is a 9.8 A+. Nice copy. Highest graded copy out of only 5 on the Bop Report, by the way. Actually, a nice graded copy for the CIB, or the complete GameCube collectors of the world. That's your point. Everything thought to be rare is coming out. Sticker Mario is all that's left. I mean, basically, Mike, there still is no matte sticker that exists factory sealed. But yeah, like the next thing we need is we need the gloss sticker Mario to hit the auction block, right? Not sealed or complete, it's missing the map. I mean, that's still awesome to have a near complete copy. Still awesome to just have a TM Zelda in your collection. In Pokemon, you have the CGC 10 illustrators selling every month. Yeah, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing when the absolute hobby grails are turning and churning like that. $40. In video games, though, all of these TM Zeldas have been new things. They've been new finds. That's the thing, too, Mike, though, right? You're saying all of these things are, all of these things are coming up, right? Everything's coming out now. Everything thought to be rare. Video games history still, like NES is only 1985. We're only talking 40 years of discovery. We haven't had, I've said this before, but we haven't had the generational die-off. We haven't had the houses cleaned out. Storage units liquidated. We haven't had that,
fair warning.
You know what I mean? Your parents are still alive. Our grandparents are still alive. We need that generational... There's still going to be a lot of shit found, is what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of stuff found still in collections, just like the Dallas-Fort Worth find. Someone dies, the estate sale has this insane stuff. Apparently, the Donkey Kong and the Donkey Kong Jr. also came from a very older collector. That stuff's still out there. It's still being hoarded. There's still a lot of people who don't know how much value is truly in this stuff. It's not like old sports cards and old comics, right? Like, Evolution's World went for $114. Phantasy Star Online, 9.6 A++. It's a great time to be a person in this market, Lee. It's hard to complain when you can get it already graded for, like you're saying, right? Some of the price raw.
$150.
And sometimes on good grades, right? Like Evolution World's 9.88 plus, near mint copy for $100. Doesn't get much better, man. Alien Hominoid's still one of the most difficult games you've ever played. I've never had the chance to play it myself. Someone in the Discord is associated with O3 Entertainment, aren't they? Isn't that like some kind of Capcom spin-off?
Fair warning.
Oh, I can't even remember now. I think someone has a family member that was associated with O3. I can't remember now. Whoops, I think I just closed the auction, didn't I? Nope, it's here. I wish I could remember now.
Warning.
Yeah, so many boomers to take advantage of. That's largely what's happening so far, Hamster. Like, that's a blunt way to put it, but you know.
Fair warning.
Quest, maybe it is Quest Dad. Maybe it is. If you're not in Discord, join the Discord. Free link in the description. Discord is completely free. We talk about all this stuff every day. Player's Choice 8.5A Pokemon Coliseum, $375. I think there was a 9.6 A plus first print Coliseum on eBay yesterday or the day before. Just call it on the weekend. 9.6 A plus, I believe. Sold for $1,200 if I'm getting my numbers right. I need to get a Pokemon Coliseum myself still. I really do want one. I still collect GameCube. Yeah, $1,200 I think for the 9.6A plus. 8.5A Player's Choice for $375, sorry. For $375 seems crazy to me.
$80.
I understand that a black label is more expensive, but 8.5A Player's Choice? I don't know, man. That is not a nice Player's Choice copy there. Game & Watch Gallery, 9.8A plus. I always thought these were going to be expensive. Hey, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one who thought this was going to be a great collectible all the way back in 2010, hey? 15 years, and it's worth $114. 15 years! Price of this did fuck all. Club Nintendo exclusive, right? Crazy. I really thought this was going to be one, man.
Fair warning.
Metroid Pinball, 9.8A plus, pushing its way to almost $475. Oh my gosh, up to $500 here. Let's go, Prime Pinball, man. Damn.
Fair warning. $420.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Quest Dad, who used to do something with O3. I think. Yeah, I don't know if a matte sticker Mario would sell for $10 million. I just don't think this hobby has people who support that much money.
$130.
Like, obviously, multiple million. Even the gloss sticker right now. I think the gloss sticker is, what, 1, 2, 3 million? Somewhere in there? 1.5 to 2.5? Like, it's got to be.
$30. $85.
Metroid Prime Pinball did push its way to $525. That feels solid, man. 9.8A plus on DS? $525? Any DS game for $500 isn't bad, to be honest. Tecmo Super Bowl Final Edition, 9.2A plus. We're into a little Sega here before we close out. A little bit of PS1. Sewer Shark, 7.0A, long box copy. Hard to find actual original copies of Sewer Shark because it was packed in with the Sega CD console. So most people didn't have to buy it.
Next lot. $110.
All you remember about Sewer Shark is dying within 5 seconds at the kiosk. I've played basically zero Sega CD games. I owned a Sega CD for a little bit, so I did play some titles. I might have even played Sewer Shark a little bit, but I didn't leave a Sega CD hooked up, you know what I mean? It was one of those like, oh, this is neat. I guess now it's part of my collection, but I never went deeper with it. I just couldn't. I just didn't care. Night Trap, 9.6A plus plus Sega CD 32X.
$200.
Pushing its way to $250. Night Trap's still pulling a little bit of money. I mean, it's not that impressive for a 9.6A plus plus, but Brandon Tucker, this Final Fantasy VII is super cool. So this is a very rare variant where the back insert only is greatest hits and the front is black label. You can't even see it in the pictures, unfortunately. But here, you can kind of see the green hue here of the greatest hits insert. So the front half is black label, the back half is greatest hits. It is a known variant. It's very rare to find. Yeah, that's why it says greatest hits. because the back is it's a fuck up. It's a factory error, but it's like a known factory error that exists. So that's why this 8.5B Plus, it's sitting at 850 right now. If you're an FF7 collector, it's very cool. Very cool item. I think I have a CIB copy, actually. There's I don't remember what the reason is, but you can't just put it together.
Next lot.
There's something about it where you can't. I don't think you can just piece it together. The inserts don't line up or they don't work properly if you try to just like take a black label one and a green one. I don't think anyway, but yeah, known error, very cool. Very cool game. Night Trap, $350. Sewer Shark sucks. It sucks hard. It makes Night Trap look like Super Mario World. Wow. Wow.
Fair warning.
There's going to be a lot of treasure troves of games found within the next 10 to 20 years when boomers start dying. Yep. And that's one of the biggest risks right now, right, Lee? It's one of the biggest risks of this hobby. Because even with the TM Zeldas, I'm sure that whoever bought a copy back in 2022, 2021, they thought they were buying something that was truly going to be so freaking rare that it's not going to have more copies come out. Anything in video games right now is subject to the possibility that more copies are going to be found. I think at a higher risk factor than a lot of different hobbies, just because it still is so new.
$700. $750.
But it's also the gamble you have to take when something like Scoon comes up for auction. Yeah, there could be more out there, but when, right? It might never happen, and when? So it's the gamble on top of the gamble, you know what I mean? We do a little bit of gambling out here. You got to expose yourself to some risk there if you want to get some of this insane stuff. And if it never comes up again, you win. Final Fantasy VII 8.5B Plus, the misprint copy here, pushing its way to $1,750. Nobody bought Scoon, don't lie. I mean, Scoon might hold up. You might be right. There might not be many factory-sealed copies of Scoon out there. I think there's like 3 confirmed across all the pop reports or something. The Wada copy is like the 4.5 moldy one. I think there were 2 or 3 more on the VGA pop, something like that. It's insanely low. Less than pop 5, call it, on Scoon. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII has to have the most variants, for sure. There's probably like 6 or 7 different variants on Final Fantasy VII. They printed this thing over and over and over. $1,800 on the 8.5B Plus, by the way. Very cool. Like it's just cool, right? It's just cool. Yeah, DK Math is extremely rare. Has a factory sealed DK Math ever sold at auction?
Fair warning.
I don't know.
Next lot.
Siphon Filter 9.2A there for $99. Group lot of 2 on Disney Games, Tarzan, and Bugs Life. There wasn't a whole lot in the PS1 section in Sega there. CTR Racing was a non-foil for $237.50. The FF7 sold more than the previous misprint at just under $1,000. What was the grade on the last misprint copy that sold? I think I saw there was a qualified one. Yeah, there was a qualified 90 for under $1,000, but who wants a qualified copy? Yuck. Oh, here it is. 8.5B Plus. Is this the exact same copy? No, it's not. That's weird. Both of the misprint copies are 8.5B Plus, and yeah, a year ago, $960. Today, $1,812. The price has doubled. Misprints are on the rise. Like, where's my bell? Do I have that here still?
$70.
Where's my bell? Here. Fuck, here.
Fair warning.
Misprints are on the rise. Misprints. There. I gotta keep my bell. Buy your misprints. The market's taking off. Don't get left behind. $99, it's just nuts to you. It's nuts to me, Lee, that no one gives a shit about Siphon Filter. That's what's crazy to me. It just seems like no one gives a shit, and this was such a big franchise back when, 1999, when I was growing up. It seemed like Siphon Filter was so relevant, such a good franchise, and here we are now, and it's like, no one cares. I don't know. Maybe it just always seemed bigger to me. That bell has to be in all the videos. We need more bell. Oh, God. I don't even remember why the hell I own this thing. It's kind of ornate, too. Look at all the cool designs on it. Get your
warning.
games.
Next lot.
Great bell. Great bell.
$120.
Suikoden 4, 9.88 plus for 187.50.
Fair warning.
Suikoden 4 and 3 are also very affordable.
Next lot.
Man, Suikoden 2 as well, hey? Suikoden 2. It's over. It's over, man. Suikoden 2 is over. It's Jover. The remaster took its toll. I saw the price on that thing the other day and like, poof. So much for being the grail of PS1, you know? It got it, man. The reprint got it. How much cocaine did you take today? Yeah, I'm high off, high on pre-workout here. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, VG85 GameStop exclusive. We hit legs right before, I got here. What are you saying, Eric? Did you have another message there?
$140.
Other than Zelda Breath of the Wild on Wii? What are you saying?
$150. $160.
Yeah, you got in at the right time, Replay Retro. You got in at the right time. Almost makes you want to buy some of these stupid graded things. Yeah, like Siphon Filter was, man. Siphon Filter was a big franchise back then. It mattered. But just nothing.
Fair warning.
Nothing. This Ninja Gaiden Sigma actually did get some love too. I've never played Ninja Gaiden Sigma, but like, it's cool. This is cool. It's neat. A neat collector's edition, GameStop exclusive, big box here, VG85, pushing its way to almost $300.
$260.
I think the sealed copy did as well, Game Room. The CIB especially did. The CIB especially went down on Suikoden 2.
Fair warning.
I'm pretty positive the sealed copy did too.
$140. $180.
Don't quote me on that though, but I think it did. CIB especially. I don't think Suikoden 2 factory sealed
Fair
is...
warning.
I personally wouldn't want to own it. Personally.
$200.
It probably is a buy opportunity if you care about it. I don't, like, I've never played the Suikoden series. I don't know the game. It doesn't, doesn't stick out to me or anything. But if you actually care about it, it has to be, right? It has to be a buying opportunity. Has to be.
$220.
Have you found it? Would that change your mind on keeping it? Which game, Mike? Oh, did the Super Mario World you picked up have mold?
Fair
It
warning.
didn't. It did not, Mike. I don't know if I would have bought it if it had said mold on it. I don't know if I would have, Mike. It didn't say mold on the label, though. You goddamn right I looked for it. Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, Melee. 9.88 plus. This was a really fun game growing up. I think we owned it on Game... I think we owned it on GameCube, my brother and I. And we played, like, myself and my older brother played Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. And then my younger brothers, when they were old enough, also played Destroy All Monsters. I only said Melee because they say it in the intro. They say it in the intro of the game. It's like, I don't... I'll just bring it up.
Fair warning. The auction is
I don't know if it's when you press the
Thank you
start
for
button
participating.
or when they say it.
No frills.
But they
We're
just
here to
like,
help
they
you
say
save
Melee.
money.
Didn't I just see you buy these?
Welcome in, Little Braille. Where is it here? Did they not say it? Do they not say it? Am I crazy? Am I tripping? Oh, Lord Summer's here, by the way. I know you guys are probably in. Lord Summer is here, baby. I was sure they say Melee in that. Let me get it here.
Godzilla 90.
Last try here. Maybe I'm having the Berenstein Bears effects here. I was sure they said it in the intro. I was sure they said it. Yeah, maybe the Canadian version. I was like, I was sure they were like, Godzilla, destroy all monsters, melee. But maybe not. I think they say melee in that one. But maybe I'm just tripping. I could be just tripping. It's the guava monster, yeah, it's getting to my brain. You got Citra and PCX2 on your PC. You're modding your PC with Dolphin. Let's go. Yeah, having Dolphin is clutch. You have to have it at this point. Yeah, Suikoden 2 and Tron Bonne were the old school grails. Joe, are you still in here? Speaking of Tron Bonne. Joe Kane, have you sold your your Tron Bonne? I was gonna say John Tron. Oh my god, dude. Why buy Tron Bonne when you can buy John Tron? Am I just thinking of the Smash Melee intro, Evan? Is my brain just blending them all together? That's lame if so. I was sure the menuing on Godzilla also said it. Rough. Tron Bonne was such a pain in the ass to get rid of for a decent price for how hard it is to get sealed. Yup. That's what I'm saying, though, with, like, Suikoden 2 and Tron Bonne. They just, like Tron Bonne is a grail of past, man. I don't know how many I don't know how many modern collectors, modern people entering into the hobby, or how many people are going to support. How many people are going to support Tron Bonne moving forward? You still have your Mario RPG? You don't even have a protector box? Oh my god, Lee. What's it going to take for you to just send that in to get it graded, man? What's it going to take, Lee? Is PS2 Godzilla Destroy All Monsters better than PS2 War of the Monsters? I never played War of the Monsters on PS2. I can't say. I wouldn't say Godzilla Destroy All Monsters is also, like, a good game. It's very much a, it's a product of its time. You go back to play Godzilla Monsters and, like, no, it's not that good, right? It's just not. Was it super fun when I was, like, 11? Yeah, great game. Is it fun as an adult? Like, I mean, nah, you know, it's not that deep. You like Destroy All Monsters? You were like the Rugrats, watched a lot of Godzilla too young. Yeah, frickin' Reptar all over your screen. PS1 and PS2 never really got their moment yet. Like NES through GameCube took off, but PS1, PS2 when? How can you say PS1 didn't get its moment when we had freaking Lara Croft, man, selling for $144,000? Crash Bandicoot was like, what, 20, 30, 40,000. Spyro was 20, 30, 40. Final Fantasy VII was 100,000. I don't know, man. PS1 kind of had its day. PS1 had its grails shoot up. They went for it. You know, they went for it. You still think I should physically inspect the Mario when it arrives from mold? That grade is so low, it's kind of sus. I agree with you. I agree with you on that, Mike. It is sus. It is, but you had 2 games in this auction. You lost $12 total. That's tough. That's real tough, hamster. WB, welcome in, dude. You're just at the end of the auction here. You're okay not bidding on that Ninja Gaiden as long as it didn't go for like less than $100? Yeah, the Ninja Gaiden was really cool to me, Matt, but not at, what did it end at? $300, $400? Like, that's a real price. I think it was $300. Yeah, $300 for the Gaia Sigma Collector's Edition. Sigma males, rise up. $300 is real. Pokerface is watching while in the kitchen and he says hi. Hi, Pokerface. I hope you're having a good supper. Or maybe you're not making supper. Why else would you be in the kitchen, right? You're cooking up something. Yeah, nothing on PS1 like really lasted exactly. A mass amount of people chasing weird variants and full sets. Yeah, I guess I'll give it to you on that, Joe. Well, that's the thing with PS1 though. Like PS1, people getting super deep into PS1 collecting, I feel, is a lot harder because buying every PS1 game, buying every PS2 game means almost 2,000 games total, right? So it's a lot harder for people to go super deep in the library when the library is that big. You've never seen that Ninja Gaiden Collector's Edition? Yeah, right? It's just cool. It's just a cool Collector's Edition. Not sure if you saw my post about seal overhangs in the Discord, but is that a real thing? Not sure what you're talking about, Kyle. I must not have seen it. Tag me in your Discord post, and I can get to you after the auction here. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past did sell for the most in the auction, 7.5A, even with the mold still over $2,000. The misprint Final Fantasy VII, the 8.5B Plus for $1,800. Pokemon Leaf Green, 8.5A Plus. The adapter misprint first print for $937. There was a first print Leaf Green on eBay the other day. $5,000, buy it now. It lasted about a couple hours. It looks super nice, man. Might have been a 9.8, might be a VGA 90 type thing, but $5,000 on a raw Leaf Green on eBay the other day. Whew! Perfect Dark, $843 on the 95, and Little Mermaid round out the top 5 with the 9.4A+. The lowest game of the auction tonight was The Darkened Sky. $64 for the 9.2B+. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Look at the amount of people with 4,000 Switch games. Nintendo collectors are a different breed, man. Nintendo collectors are a different breed. You know that. You know that. Tell them they spelled sky wrong? Yeah. Surely there's a reason, right? Doesn't this mean something else? I don't know. The next signature, or the signature, is coming up next Friday. Not this Friday, it's next Friday, right? Or is it Thursday? I guess I should have my day right if I'm going to tell you guys that. Is it Friday, Saturday, or is this one a Thursday, Friday? Surely it's a Friday, Saturday, right? Where's the auction info on here? May 23rd, 24th. What's that take us to? Friday, Saturday. Yep, next Friday. Yeah, Elite 11 is in this auction too. I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, like NBA Elite 11 is in here too, Retro Replay. Like, this is just 9.9 A++ Metal Warriors. This is one of the juiciest signatures that has been for, I don't even know. It's better than the last one for sure, and I think it's better than the one before that. This is also super sick. Like, the nostalgia in me loves this, man. Xbox 360 Halo 3 edition, sitting at like 1,600 with BP right now. Dude. This is, this is like when I was peak deep in gaming right here. 2007, I would have been 14 years old. Holy shit, man. Like, I don't think I can afford this, but like, wow. Wow, that's awesome. The VGA 90 Launch 360 is awesome too. Yeah. That's the thing, right? Is like there's 400 games in here. I'm going to talk about some of the most expensive stuff coming out, but like, yeah, this is just sick, man. That's sick. A Launch 360? That's sick. Yeah, you have 2 weeks. 2 weeks to get your money up. Next Friday. Your dad sold Halo Master Chief 9.8A+ for 420 shipped. Pretty juicy. It is juicy. Sounds juicy. Frick. It's going to be fun. Yeah, the Blades dashboard system. Exactly, right? It's going to be a fun auction, man. I hope you guys can come out on next Friday and Saturday. Like I said, I'll have a video talking about everything coming up on the Monday with Henry. Give some predictions. Get you guys hyped up and ready. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. Huge thanks to Heritage sponsoring tonight. Video games at HA.com. If you want to reach out, talk to a consignment expert about weekly showcase signatures. Next signature coming up is in August. So you have time. Still have time for the August signature. Of course, though, it's the best, the brightest, the most expensive, all that stuff. You've got a 9.88++ bag of Cheeto Twists. Dev, what you should do with those Cheetos is open them, and you might be able to find custom Cheetos inside. We are so past the sealed Cheeto meta. Like, you need to be cracking open Cheetos at this point. You are behind the 8 ball, Dev. Anyone know if Heritage can help you with shipping 100 games? They should be able to. They have their own shipping insurance and shit, Jonathan. So if you can sign with them, you would be able to ship through their thing. So they should be able to help you out with it. But on that note, you guys, I will see you next Tuesday. Signature auction next Friday. Have a good rest of your night, and thank you for coming out this fine Tuesday. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night.